What's up? What's going on, RCBL fans? This is Dean Barker.
I'm Ross Barker.
And we are here with the RCBL Rocktown Rundown live from the Broadway Bruins baseball field after a 6-2 Montezuma Braves win. So we're going to talk about what's going on around the league. We're going to have players, coaches come over. We're going to be doing it all live right here. So let's do a little bit of, you got those standings?
Yeah.
So let's give them a little bit of a rundown.
As of right now, and this is subject to change, the Bridgewater Reds are in first place at 9-2. The Clover Hill Bucks are in second place, 8-2. The RCBL Shockers are in third place at 5-3. Actually, they're tied with the Broadway Bruins for third place at 5-3.
Bruins lost tonight, so that'll be 5-4.
Okay.
And then these Braves are 5-5.
So now the Grotto's Cardinals are 5-5 in fifth place. The Montezuma Braves are in sixth place. Again, that can change. 4-5. Storch Draft Diamondbacks, I think they won tonight. So
they're still playing the Bridgewater Reds, so that will change.
Yeah, they're in seventh place, and the Elkton Blue Sox are still in last place, seeking their first win.
So you were at the Grottos versus Bucks game earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Two very competitive teams. What did you see?
I saw, two very competitive teams. I thought, Grottos definitely knows how to get their guys on base. They know how to get them in. But Clover Hill is just very strong. They were very explosive from the beginning of the game.
Yeah, Clover Hill got the win tonight, 15-3 in 7 innings against the Elkton Blue Sox in the Buck Dome. This Bucks team, I mean, they lost to Bridgewater. Who was their other loss? Oh, it was to Storch Draft. They don't have any bad losses. This Bucks team, they're playing well. All the games they're playing are very strong. They've got a very powerful offense. I think this team is going to be very difficult to play as the season goes along. Bridgewater.
Back up.
All right. Bridgewater. We interviewed Chris Huffman Tuesday night. He has been pitching very well. RCBL Player of the Week from last week. He shut it down here Wednesday night. So I think that Bridgewater team is going to. Coach Sherfy, I mean, he hasn't been there in a while because he's been racing so much. But he said that they were going to defend his title, and he's serious. This team has not slowed down.
Very, very competitive team.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to seeing what the rest of that is. Grottos bounced back on Wednesday night with a win over the Storch Draft Diamondbacks. Grottos, the Nicely Twins are killing it. They don't have any bad losses either, I believe. So I think that team is going to. Yeah, that team's going to be tough. Broadway, they fell tonight. I mean, their pitcher had a no-hitter into the fourth inning. So I think as time goes on, we're going to see what we get out of this team. The Shockers were very impressive this week. They had a little bit of a struggle at the Blue Sox, but let's be honest, that Blue Sox team can hit.
Yes. Yeah, I know their record doesn't say it, but they're definitely a competitive team. It's like you're not going to get most of the time you're not going to get an easy win with this league.
Yeah, and Elkton's getting better and better. We've just said it. If they're able to keep their their defense in control, they're going to be good. Let's see. The Shockers were good. Who else do we got to talk about? This Braves team did a heck of a job coming back Monday night. It just fell a little bit short. Tonight, Reds up 10-9 in the ninth. This Braves team shut it down tonight. Lance Tate was incredible. He took a perfect game into the fifth inning, 9 strikeouts through 7 innings of baseball. Really like what I saw from this Braves team tonight. And then Storch Draft, they struggled. They're in a competitive game right now. We're going to have to wait to see what happens with that, but they're starting to play competitive baseball. The question is it too late for this team? Storch Draft, they've been to the last 2 championships. I don't want to count them out, but it's been a little bit burdensome for them recently.
You got about a month and a half until the playoffs start.
Yeah. All right, let's see who we can get. Gavin,
Hey, dude.
we need you to get a shirt on. It's time for live. Oh my gosh! All right,
We've already had one guy with the sleeveless this week.
all right. We got Gavin Rush. Let's see, where are we gonna put this camera? All right.
Or maybe we can just hold it. I don't know.
Get somebody to hold it for you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Somebody hold it for you.
Let's see.
Maybe you can just set it up like put it down there.
No, you're in the interview, buddy.
Where's
Oh wait, right here. Maybe you can just set it like down here, and then we can stand out there or something.
You use the bucket. Okay.
Here you go. Oh, no. Whose glove and stuff is over? Tate,
Let's use the glove. Let's use the glove as a tripod. Unless that's yours.
No, that's his.
Okay.
Here, I'll hold it.
Okay.
How long is it?
Backwards.
How long is it gonna take? Oh, it's
Isaac
live.
Sumter. Yeah, this is
Oh,
live.
okay.
The Rocktown rundown. So if you can just hold it backwards.
All right,
Probably only like 3 or 5 minutes left.
all right, go ahead.
All right, Coach.
Oh, it's all of us?
Yeah.
Come on in here. Come on now.
You get on the other side. Okay. Unfortunately, we were not able to get. Wait a second. Did you get this to work, or are you just filming your face? Okay.
He's just filming himself, right?
All right. This is live Rocktown rundown with the Montezuma Braves after a 62 win at the Broadway Bruins. Coach.
Yes.
This Bruins team has been playing very well this year. They've got a powerful offense, a solid pitching staff, and you were able to come in here and hold them down for most of the season. What was the key to such a strong performance?
I think first thing starts with pitching. Lance Tate came out and pretty much shoved again this evening. It's kind of what we've seen all year out of him. So 7 innings, 2 hits. I think the last outing was 7 innings, 1 hit, 9 strikeouts tonight. So every time he gets on the mound, starts the game for us, we know we've got a really good opportunity, and that encourages our guys at the plate. Gives them some confidence in what they can do. So I think all tonight we just put everything together.
Lance Tate, 7 innings, just 2 base runners, 9 strikeouts. What was the key to such a dominant performance? I mean, with 2 days until Father's Day, how were you able to make him come out and call you daddy?
No, tonight was one of those nights where everything was working, hitting the spots, and having the defense we have behind us. I mean, that's also a big key too. That's a great feeling, and coming out and hitting the ball early, getting on top, having those runs behind you is always good pitching. But tonight was one of those nights, feeling good, everything was working, couldn't ask for anything else.
Gavin Rush, it was a speedy night for you. You were able to beat out a grounder to short for a single. I think you stole a base or 2. You scored 1 or 2 runs. Okay. What was the key for such a good performance for you tonight?
I think just being comfortable, and that kind of started when we knew Lance was on the mound. That's always been the thing for us. He's on the mound, we know we just got to hit it, make plays, and be fast on the bases because we know he's going to produce on the mound for us. He always does. So I think it's one of those things where when we get going and we keep him down, it's kind of hard to stop us once we get rolling. So and you got him on the mound, it's a rough day at the plate for the other team.
Carl Armstrong. It was a big night for you. You had that key 2-run single. We noticed that you wore number 30 tonight in honor of Ronnie Bruck. How big was it for you guys to perform tonight in honor of him a year since his passing?
It was huge. I mean, we're last year, day ago. It was a rough day here. So it's huge to be able to wear that number and come out and perform like we did. Come out on top and just have fun. Because that's what Ronnie was all about. He loved the game of baseball, and he always had to have fun. Whether we won or lost, we were having a good time, and that's what baseball is all about.
So after that heartbreaking loss on Monday night, what did you tell your guys before the game tonight in order to shake it off and come out here and get it done?
You know what? I don't really think we had to tell them a whole lot. The first part of that game Monday was rough, but we ended on a good note, even though we lost. And our thing when we left the field was, let's come play a whole 9 innings tonight like we played the last 3 or 4 there, and that's what we did tonight. So,
getting that 6-run inning earlier on in the game, were you a little frustrated you didn't get the mercy rule?
No. I mean, hey, you take it an inning at a time. So we talked about that. After that inning, let's just put 1 or 2 up every inning after that if we can. But again, it fell back on a lot of this game had to do with our pitching and defense too.
So looking forward, I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Draft tomorrow night.
Oh,
Yeah.
draft tomorrow night. Is it at your place or theirs?
Theirs.
So going down to Stewart's draft, it's a very difficult place to play. What's going to be the key to reciprocating the energy and getting back to over 500?
I think one of the big things there, here you've got a little bigger field, you've got a little room to play with. Down there you've got a short porch kind of all the way around. We'll probably line our pitchers up for that. Have some guys that can work the zone pretty well, not rely just on fastballs. Those guys can barrel some balls up. So we want to try to keep them off balance tomorrow night and take advantage, when we're hitting, take advantage of that short porch they have.
Okay. Now, we were going to have Gavin and you on the Rocktown rundown anyway. So a question that we have for you guys is, what's it been like for you guys to be able to have your son on the team?
Oh, I've enjoyed it. He's frustrating as hell sometimes.
I think it's a love-hate relationship when it comes to baseball because we butt heads so much about certain things, but we also learn from each other a whole lot.
That was actually a plus in having Ronnie here. Ronnie had been around Gavin since he came to the league, so when I came up here and started coaching, I told Ronnie, I said, when we're playing, he's your kid. You do with him what you want, and I'm going to stay out of it. I actually kind of lean on Kyle a little bit at times for that now. Just, Kyle brings experience to everybody here. He's been around the league a long time. He's a good player, and a lot of our young players can learn from him. So it's fun. We enjoy it.
7 years now?
Yeah.
7th year doing it?
Yeah. So
Now, for you guys, do you ever see them butt heads, and do you ever instigate it or watch it, film it from the distance?
It usually happens more at the house.
You take that one.
or the next
No, it never gets too bad. I mean, I grew up playing for my dad too, so I get it. And my dad was much more high-strung than Chris.
Ross, you got any questions?
So what do you think is going to be the key to keeping this momentum as you go to play a very good Stewart's draft team?
Same thing, start early. Yeah, you just got to come out ready to play. You got to take it game by game, day by day. It's just going to be it's going to be a fight. Anybody can beat anybody in this league at any time.
We noticed later in the game, Benson and Collier came in for them. They did a very solid job in the relief. I think they held you guys down pretty strongly. I think what's going to be the key, because if you don't get that one big inning, it's going to be hard. What do you think is going to be the key to playing a more complete 9 innings of offense tomorrow?
So I think if there's anything we need to change offensively, it's just being more patient. Sometimes we get a little too aggressive at times. The big innings are great. We've had those the past 2 games. Probably a goal for us. If we can have those big innings, we want them. But if we can start putting up 1 run, 2 runs every inning consistently through the game and continue with the pitching we've had, then we're going to be tough.
All right. We've heard from the Montezuma Braves tonight, 6-2 victory at the Broadway Bruins. We're going to see if we can go track down Coach Strawderman. He's probably long gone by now.
No, you catch him out there in the parking lot, trust me.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, boss man. Thank you. Oh, there we go.
See you, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, we're still going. Okay. All right. All right, so we've talked to the Montezuma Braves. Now, here's the fun part. We see if we can catch Strawderman. Do y'all know if Strawderman's still here?
Probably.
All right.
I think he lives here, though. He lives in that little area over here.
Okay. All right.
You ready to get a bet?
Strawderman. You guys know where Strawderman is?
Yeah, right there.
All right.
They're up.
Let's see if we can even see it. We're doing a live podcast. Hey, Coach. When you got a moment, could we get you for an interview?
Yeah. We're actually live right now.
Yeah, so this game tonight, it was a pretty competitive game earlier on. I mean, so Broadway actually had a no-hitter through 3. Lance Stevenson had a perfect game through 4, I believe. So I think what I saw tonight was it wasn't just that they had wasn't all right. We got Bryce Strawderman.
You guys are live, aren't you?
Yep, we're live for the Rocktown rundown. We can just
probably hold it.
all right.
Let me get out of the way here.
Yeah.
So we don't get run.
Yeah, we'll.
Yeah, if we could actually go over and get in the light, that'd be better.
Yeah, let's do that.
Nice job, Buck. Damn it.
Or we can do it. Let's see if we can get it right in front of this home of the Broadway Bruins sign. Or if they can if that car could just stay right there, that'd be great. All right. Or if you could hold it.
Oh, yeah, sure. I can hold it. Oh, now it's just gone. You can see it just fine.
All right. This is Dean Barker. I'm here with Coach Bryce Strawderman of the Broadway Bruins after a 6-2 loss to the Montezuma Braves. Coach, tonight you went against a very good Montezuma Braves team. It was a pretty competitive game early on until that 4th inning, I believe, happened. What went wrong out there?
Led it off with a couple of walks. You think you walked 2 guys in a row, and it was like 2 or 3 hits in a row. But you string at bats together, you're going to end up scoring runs. That's one thing we're not doing yet. We got some good hitters. We got some guys that can hit. Just a matter of stringing things together.
So Lance Tate for the Braves tonight, probably one of the best performances of his career. 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, just 2 base runners the whole night. You don't have a bad offensive team at all, but what was he able to do to just hold you guys down?
He pounded strike zone. He just threw the ball in strike zone, threw a high spin fastball. Was competitive with his off-speed pitches, but just burned us up with the fastball. We weren't able to jump on it early. And with that high spin, just found everything off the backstop, and then would turn it up under the chin and swung and missed at it.
So while it was frustrating to have that 4th inning, Benson and Collier in relief did a pretty solid job.
Right.
They didn't allow any runs, very few hits. What did you like? Did you like what you saw out of them tonight?
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen out of our bullpen pretty much all year. I'm not sure what we're throwing. I think we're probably throwing a 2 ERA out of the bullpen. But yeah, we just got to limit the walks and out of the starting roles. And we trust our bullpen on the back end. We just got to stay in the game from 1 to 5.
So that 8th, you weren't really able to get much offense going while Tate was in there. When they brought their reliever in, that 8th inning, you were able to get a little things going. It was looking like maybe you were going to come back and tie it up. What do you think is going to be the key to making that happen throughout the game so that you don't have to make a comeback late?
Being able to make an adjustment at the plate earlier in the game. Like I said, he's throwing that high spin fastball. He's going to elevate it at the top of the zone. Got to be able to get on top of it. Just swinging underneath of it, found everything back, and not going to be able to do anything with it.
So you're taking on. You're not having a very easy turnaround. Tomorrow you're taking on the Bucks in a doubleheader, who might be in first place at the end of the night, depending on what happens in the Bridgewater-Stuart Strath game. What's going to be the key to having your guys shake it off and come out tomorrow and take 2 against one of the best franchises in the league?
We need 2 quality starts. We got 2, our number 1 and number 2 going tomorrow, which we've been holding back to be able to throw the 7-inning game, so we could give our bullpen a little bit of a break. So just being able to put together quality starts and limit free bases.
We're about a third of the way through the season right now, and you had a little bit of a struggling week this week, but you're at 5-4. You're in the race at this point. Your first year as a head coach, how do you rate the job so far?
I'm here to win baseball games. I'm not happy with 5-4. I think we have seen, like Chris the other night was good. Lance is good. Those are 2 of the better arms we'll see. We'll see them back-to-back nights or back-to-back games. I think we'll be okay stringing it together offensively once we get a little different arms on the mound, get a little different look, and like I said, just being able to string together quality at bats. But overall, I think we should be. I think it's a pretty even race 1 through 8 here in this league.
Yeah. I mean, even the other night, Elton gave the Shockers a run for their money.
Right.
That was it's been a very competitive week this week. The only blowout I think was tonight, Clover Hill 15-3 over Elton. It's been very competitive, and I think we're looking forward to seeing how this thing shapes up, because honestly, we can't really tell what's going to happen at this point. But what we've seen, I think is probably I think your name is certainly in the running for Coach of the Year so far. I mean, I think what I really like about this interview is we're bringing up all these good things that the Bruins are doing, and he's very frustrated because of the loss. He's a very competitive guy, and that's why he's so loved in Broadway, and that's why he got this job. Bryce Strawderman, thanks for your time.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Jess.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
All right. You gotta love that energy out of the coach. I mean, he's
No one wants a dull coach.
No one wants a dull coach. Oh my goodness. And for those people who are asking for Nick Griffin to be interviewed, we can interview him in the future. We can't interview him tonight because we're not going to make a 30-minute drive to Bridgewater just to get that interview.
I have to drive.
If Tyler can get that interview, if Tyler gets the interview, that's him. But yeah, so I like what I saw out of the Braves tonight. Let's look to tomorrow. Montezuma Braves at Stuart Draft Diamondbacks. That's going to be interesting because the Diamondbacks are, I don't even know, did you get a text while it was up? We don't know what happened in that game.
We don't know.
If anybody knows what happened in that game, please comment. The Braves are going to be taking on the Diamondbacks in Stuart Draft. That's going to be a competitive game. I don't know who the other game is. Who's the other game tomorrow other than the doubleheader?
It's
I think Grotto's is in a doubleheader tomorrow.
yeah, Grotto's is with Elkton.
Okay, we'll be interested to see because it's a doubleheader. We're going to be able to see, will Elkton be able to pull out one? I think Grotto's will probably get at least one game there, but will they have the energy to go two? I'm saying probably Broadway gets one win tomorrow at least. Clover Hill's powerful, but Bryce Strawderman was not happy.
He's going to take that tomorrow.
He is a very competitive coach. I mean, he's a young guy. He might be our age.
Yeah, he's 26.
Okay, he's not too much older than us. But Broadway is a competitive team. Do not write them off because of this one game. But yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow's doubleheaders. You won't be able to be here, but I will be back here covering that game. I can't wait. All right. We don't have the basketball hoop this week, unfortunately. But that was a darn good show. I think let's do the Rocktown Rundown live next week. All right. For the Rocktown Rundown, this is Dean Barker and Ross Barker signing off. We'll see you next time.